Last chapter was a cliffhanger, and I gotta say this chapter could probably be in my top 2 favorite chapters so far, and I'm sure you'd probably feel the same too. Kwang's mom and the Minotaur warrior were about to throw punches, while Sejin tries his very best to stop it. At the same time, the others were insensitive and continued to pester him, even causing tremendous mental anguish for Sejin, which he then yells in a fit of rage that if everyone doesn't listen to him, he won't give them his food anymore. After getting everyone's attention, Chairperson Sejin Park demands for everyone to sit down. Now hit with the gravity of the situation, everyone is sweating bullets and responds obediently as they sit. Even the tower manager realizes her insensitivity and feels sorry like everyone as they wait for Sejin to address them. Sejin tells Kwang's mom and the Minotaur that if they both had gone on a rampage, not just the field and crops but even those who are around would have been harmed too. Nevertheless, as a captivating leader MC truly is, he decides that the first thing they need to do now is eat to relieve the misunderstanding between the two. Now rabbits, let's eat. He claps his hand and the rabbits proceed to help prepare the food, catching fish, lobster, and the vegetables too. I just have to say, I understand that this is just manhwa, but man, this sweet corn is just too real. I'm hungry. This manhwa really never disappoints when it comes to food. We have corn, fish wrapped in green onion leaves roasted on the open fire and onion stock sautéed on high heat. The result is marvelous. Everyone is in awe. They thank Sejin and the rabbits for the food and start eating. Sejin even serves a dish of sweet corn for tower manager, which she appreciates. This is delicious, says the Minotaur as he reaches for the sweet corn next. Mother Bear also feels the same as she also reaches for the corn. This time understandably tension rises as they growl and we're about to fight over corn. Why?
It's cold! A big corn that knocks, it has the juice! I can't imagine a more beautiful thing!
Him, now listen up while you eat. Sejin interrupts. He introduces Kwang and his mom and explains their role as protector of the fields and cave in the area. He also allows Mr. Minotaur to introduce himself. His name is Ox 3 and he is a Minotaur warrior. Sejin adds that he is here to help with field work. Now that both parties understand each other and their roles, Sejin also tells them not to fight anymore if they want to continue eating any of his food. The thought of not eating Sejin's food again was more than enough to discourage them from fighting, as they settled their petty differences on the spot and shake hands. Negotiation complete. Everyone is in awe and Sejin approves. Since he's new to all this, Ox 3 asks what work will he be actually doing. Sejin answers, what task? Isn't it obvious, as they stand and look throughout the vast landscape of dry barren land. Sejin adds that the job he'll be doing is similar to what he's been doing during the blue moon. He'll just have to turn over the soft soil inside the ground evenly before lunch. With a surprised look, Ox 3 asks, is that all? And you are going to give me lunch too? Sejin tell him that of course he's still getting lunch, he's not a vicious employer. Ox 3 is now more motivated as he gets ready. In an instant his horns grows in size, shocking Sejin and Theo. He then plants his horns deep into the earth and runs in super ox speeds as he tills the soil effortlessly, each time with a brilliant blushing as he's thinking of all the tasty food. Nice, now Sejin and the gang can plow the land easily. The rabbits also bring the spring onions out as they are all fired up to plant, also because the demand for spring onions is about to increase. Farming in the tower is also a bit therapeutic as it isn't difficult to increase the yield of crops. All they have to do now is harvest and cut off moderately grown spring onions, leaving only the roots. Over time, the roots of the spring onion will split and grow from the cut side. They then need to replant the split roots. New notifications. Sejin has created 200 pyongs of spring onion field. He's also acquired 200 XP. With that, the spring onion field plantation is complete. From now on, the field will grow several folds in no time as everything grows fast in the tower. This only leaves one problem moving forward: there is a limit to the amount of water in the watering can. Just then Sejin notices light emanating from one of the rabbits and their watering can. In a brilliant light, the can changes into a gold watering can. Sejin is shook and happy and notices that this must be a second awakening similar to Black Rabbit. He proceeds to congratulate Husband Rabbit, as the timing is perfect. He also asks Husband Rabbit, what do you think? Has the amount of water increased? Husband Rabbit is proud as he responds and says that he now has twice the amount. Sejin is very as he punches air. They can continue expanding the field. Meanwhile, the Minotaur King is impatiently waiting and wondering as to why Ox 3 hasn't returned yet. Back to the cave, Sejin takes the baby rabbits out and introduces them to everyone on their first day out. Kwang is so happy as he begins licking them. Keep in mind that Kwang is also a child, probably around the same age as them. The babies also respond positively and tackle Kwang. Sejin tells Kwang to look after the babies well, which he agrees. A proud sales cat Theo adds and tells Kwang that, "I'm also an Uncle Naya." Theo tells the rabbits to follow him as he wants to take them on a small adventure outside the cave. They aren't bothered as they are completely enjoying Kwang's company. "Babies, did you forget your uncle?" Theo cries. "Kids grow fast, after all the things I went through to raise them," says Theo. Sejin comforts Theo and tells him not to worry and have some churu. As Sejin feeds Theo, he realizes that it's usually the time that sales cat Theo goes down to the lower floor and sell produce. Theo answers and says he would, but last time a bunch of wolves were looking for this straw hat. Things have become troublesome, he adds. Sejin realizes that this really is an artifact with good effects. It isn't useful to anyone unless they're a farmer. If that's the case, Sejin tells Theo not to worry as he has an idea to solve it.